like to thank everyone first for being here. We already had a eulogy back in Manila, and for everyone here's sake, if anyone would like to say a few words to speak to my father and to everybody here, it would be very welcome. Just like we did there, I'll start here. These past few days, I've been thinking of everybody. My dad especially, of course. And sometimes you don't understand people. But everybody has a motivation. Everybody's driven by something. What I couldn't quite put together about my dad was how he built an empire. But he lived so simply. It didn't quite make sense. 1 and 1 did not quite add up. But recently I figured it out. A lot of people, they built empires. A lot of my uncles, who I respect very much, a lot of my aunts. But with my dad, I couldn't quite get it. I mean, if you have so much, why do you live so simply? Tihik ba? My dad was not someone that lived in luxury. One of his closest friends, our first friend in Manila, Tito Julius, he told me my dad did not live in luxury. When he went to Manila, he didn't have all that much. When he left, just last week, his lifestyle didn't change. He lived with his fighting cocks. He lived with his family. That made him happy. And the only way that that makes sense is that he did not live his life for himself. He lived this life for us. Because I looked around earlier, and everyone in my family is okay. From Tito Andy in the States, my dad worried about him all the time. He sent me to rehab because he didn't want me to be like Tito Andy. But now that I think about it, he's okay. Every single one of his brothers and sisters, as I see it, have food on their table, their kids are okay. Everybody's covered. That's what he lived for. All of us hope, every single one of us, every human being, hopes to make a difference. How do you know what difference you make? Think about it. What difference did my dad make? How different would it be if he wasn't around? Who would have carried the burden of Lolo when he was 16 years old? Who? Only he had the guts. I'm sure someone would have stepped up. My uncles and aunts are very strong-willed people. I'm sure someone would have stepped up. But we're not talking about what would have been. What is. What we know. What happened was that my dad carried the burden. He lived a hard life. I saw it. We moved to Manila. It was tough. It was tough for him. It's not easy to leave your friends and family, all of you. Everyone here has known him for decades. A lot of you before he moved to Manila. It's not easy. It wasn't easy for him to leave you. That's why he kept coming back. But he did it. Because he wanted everybody to be covered. Because he wanted to help. He did not build this for himself. Sure, my dad knew how to enjoy, but he worked hard. He was a hard-working man. And like I said back in Manila, and I'll say it today, I only hope to be as hardworking as he is. Not just for myself, but for my family. To help everybody be covered. My dad's happy. Someone told me just before this. Because we're all okay. So thank you all for being here. My dad made a difference in a lot of people's lives. And now that he is with us, but not physically, what he would have wanted is for us to be successful. Even if he's not here. Even if he's here, just near in our hearts. So thank you all for being here. We love you all very much. Thank you for your support. It means the world to us. So for those who would like to say a few words, you're welcome.